Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. We got a very special day, Friday. Bitcoin's pumping. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's do it. All right, this will be our last post. LBRY throws in a towel against the SEC. Very sad. These were good people. This was a good project. The only W really that the SEC has got out of this whole nonsense, and they ruined one of the good ones, unfortunately. SEC moves to dismiss lawsuit against Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. This broke yesterday. Great news for the space. And last but not least, Grayscale files for new spot Bitcoin ETF on New York Stock Exchange Arca. Let's go. Guys, it's here. It's starting. This is the kickoff end to the market. Right now, guys, current market cap sitting at $1.3 trillion. Up 4.67% from yesterday. Current Bitcoin dominance sitting at 51.51. I can't, man. Good morning. Can we get the words out of our mouth, please, for once? 51.7%. ETH down sitting at 17.2, and 12 Gwei will get you an ETH transaction. Guys, right now, Fear and Greed Index sitting at 49, pretty much dead center. And Bitcoin is ripping. 29.9 right now for Bitcoin. All right, let's do the usual. We will blow through the top 100. I'm sure there's going to be some movers in here. The movers and shakers. 5.11 for Bitcoin to the upside. 4.37 to the upside for Ethereum. 7.45% for XRP off of yesterday's news. Way to go, XRP, if you're holding. Congratulations. Solana ripping 12.57 to the upside. Guys, it already feels like we're in the smack dab middle of a bull run, doesn't it? Look at these numbers. Excuse me, 4.04, excuse me, for Cardano to the upside. Doge is moving. Toncoin, 4.55. 6.75 for Matic. 5.48 for Wrapped Bitcoin. Weird. 7.79 for Bitcoin Cash. Stop buying that crap, guys. Come on. And fours across the board. 5.89 for Stellar. 13% for Mantle. MNT pumping hard. Gets even better. 5.46 for Optimism. Why are these old coins ripping? 30.82% on the day for Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision. Right. Aave 7.6. Stack 17.21. This is beautiful. 6.1 for Injective. INJ ripping, guys. 6.69 for Immutable X. 9.88 for eGold. Wah effing who. 5.13 for Sandbox. Guys, we're back. We are so back. Mana up 5%. eCash, XEC 9.85% on the day. I love reading these numbers. This gets me so juiced. Flow 6.56%. 5.63% for Chili's. 7.25 for GMX. We're kind of looking at anything over 5% right now because it's just there's so many things moving. MX token 10.99 on the day, 27 for the month or for the week, excuse me. Yes, guys. 5.9 for basic attention token, or excuse me, 4.93 for basic attention token. Sorry, I'm just juiced. I'm super juiced. All right, Bitcoin, guys. If you've been watching, we have been talking about this for all week. This potential flag. Look on the 4 hour. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. Look how beautiful this is. We got to get above 30. That's clearly our next hurdle. That's super strong resistance. But yeah, guys. On my personal X account, I post this. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to posting it on the Boring Crypto IO X. I'm sorry, I suck. But you guys have, if you've been here but watching all week, we've been talking about this potential flag. Perfect setup. Hit the bottom of it, came out, broke out, retested, and see you later. Bye. We ripped. Guys, that's all I really want to talk about right now. I really don't want to read the news. I'm going to, but I don't want to. I hope that some of you, because I know there's very few people that watch this channel. That's fine. I appreciate every single one of you, but I hope that some of you saw this and made a trade based on this. I hope you guys made money, take a little bit of profit out. This is Bitcoin. We know it could go slam all the way back down to 25 tomorrow. You never know what can happen, but I've been telling you for months that I have no short-term bullish sentiment until we get a couple of daily candle closes above 28. Well, we've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, and starting of 5. This is what I've been talking about, and we're going into it, and I've been setting you guys up. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Just some lines on the screen. You tell me. But outside of that, yes, we are going. All right, so here's where we're at right now. We're going to flip this to red just so we can keep an eye on it. Guys, this 30,000 is going to be a beast. We might just blow through it. Who knows? But I've got a feeling it's going to be a turd. After we get to 30, we're going to be looking for the 31,795, 33,033. These are the levels I'd be looking at personally. But major resistance here at 30K. It's just a nice psychological number. A lot of people want to take profits. A lot of people have been holding since back down to 25.2, etc., etc. Just be ready for a pullback. No big deal. Let's chill for a little bit. Look, so we got a little on the 1 hour. We got a little baby flag here too, just at the 29.3, and it ripped it. But right now, we could continue going higher. I would move stop losses in place. If you don't want to just completely take profit, right? It's never a bad idea. Just put a stop loss in place, right? Certain exchanges, depending on where you're trading on or buying on, have trailing stop losses. Those are ideas, things like that. It would never hurt. But let's go to the 7 minute. I want to see what this looks like. Grip and rip, rip, rip. See if it's telling me any story. Yeah, man, 30K is going to be a nightmare. It just is what it is, guys. On the 7 minute, if you're looking for potential short-term scalp entries, this is what I would be looking for. I would be looking for a potential bounce right around here. I'm just going to draw it. I'm not going to, yeah. This was resistance, then became support. Remember, I learned the 7 minute from Sam Price, Crypto Lifer. Go follow him. Go watch him. The dude's really good at scalp trading and small short-term trades. If you're watching the 7 minute, resistance, 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 breakout, retest, and rip, right? So what I would be hoping for, 7 minute to tell us the story, what's going on with the price action. I'd be looking for a potential bounce off of this. It would be a good entry point for a long. If we lose this, it would be a good entry point for a short, at least a small term scalp trade setup. But guys, those are my levels. I'm just stoked. We're ripping. Bitcoin looks great. Everything looks good. Everything's moving on this news, which is what we need. The media is going to start talking about it. We need more. We need new money into the market to continue doing this. And there are rumors. There are rumors that the ETFs are going to get approved next month. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm not smart enough to know, like the inner workings and how the government and they're not elected. The SEC's crap. They're just an appointed body. But any of those governing bodies, when it comes to regulations and approvals, I don't know how they work, man. I don't. I'm not that smart. But there are rumors that because of the things that have happened, because of the XRP case, because of BlackRock putting pressure on the SEC, of all the things that have been going in place, we've been talking about the ETFs getting approved in the late first quarter, possibly at latest early second quarter next year, but there is rumors that it will get approved in November just based on all the things that are lining up. So be ready. Again, I've been telling you for months that this 25 to 28 range is a great range to start buying in. Stacking buy orders. All right, moving on to the news. Sad story first. This will be our last post. LBRY throws in the towel against the SEC. Thank you to everyone who fought with us for online freedom, the LBRY team said. Blockchain company LBRY, the creators of LBRY blockchain, has issued its final message to the crypto community, citing several $1 million of debts that have now made it impossible for the firm to continue. This will be our last post at LBRY team in an October 20th statement on Odyssey, a LBRY-powered video sharing website, which was also shared on X, formerly Twitter. LBRY said several millions of dollars of debt owed to the SEC, its legal team, and a private debtor ended up being too big a barrier to overcome. LBRY Inc. must die. There is no escaping this. It has lost a judgment to the federal government, has several $1 million in debts, and has pledged to shut down. Sad, man. Thank you to everyone who fought with us for online freedom. LBRY added in an October 19th X post. LBRY originally announced it would wind down in July after a final judgment in favor of the SEC on July 11th. The SEC originally sought a punishment of $22 million, but then downgraded to $111,000 when it realized the defunct firm couldn't pay. In September, the community was delighted after it seemingly backtracked on the decision by filing a notice of appeal against the regulator. In its latest statement, however, the firm revealed it will no longer continue its appeal against the SEC. The firm also noted that LBRY's executive employees and board members have resigned and are now only engaged in satisfying any outstanding legal requirements. It wasn't a happy ending, but it was a happy journey, the now former CEO Jeremy Kauffman explained in October 19th X post, reflecting on LBRY's 8-year tenure in the cryptocurrency industry. The announcement saw the members of the crypto community come out to give their final words of support to the LBRY team. The ex-user Steve thanked the LBRY for putting up a good fight, presumably against the SEC, while another Archerships suggested LBRY's network was one of the most useful blockchain-based platforms on the market. Way to go, SEC. Here for the little guy, aren't you? Here to protect us. Well done. Totally for the real retail investor. Fucking tool bags. In the comments section, LBRY posts on Odyssey, community members expressed a willingness to keep supporting Odyssey up and running. LBRY's blockchain is open source and decentralized. It will continue to operate so long as the blocks continue to be mined, the team noted on Odyssey. Odyssey served 5.3 million unique users on a monthly basis between January and April of 2023, more than any other decentralized social media platform in the market, according to CoinGecko. Yep. Sad. All right. But now for some good news. SEC moves to dismiss lawsuit against Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. The civil lawsuit against the Ripple executives had been ongoing since December of 2020. Lawyers representing the United States Securities and Exchange Commission announced they will seek to dismiss all claims against Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chair Chris Larsen. On October 19th, filing the U.S. District Court of Southern District of New York, the SEC notified the court the parties involved in its case against Ripple have stipulated to the dismissal with prejudice, suggesting there was no need to schedule an upcoming trial. The filing did not state that the SEC was dropping its civil case against Ripple itself, first filed in 2020. The SEC and Ripple intended to meet and confer on a potential briefing scheduled with respect to the pending issue in the case. What remedies are proper against Ripple for its Section 5 violation with respect to its institutional sales of XRP, and respectfully request until November 9th of 2023 to propose such schedule to the court, or if the parties cannot agree, to seek a briefing schedule from the court on a contested basis, said the filing. In response to the filing, Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alvarado called the move a surrender by the SEC rather than a settlement. The crypto firm released a statement referring to the SEC's decision as a stunning capitulation, Chris and I were targeted by the SEC in a ruthless attempt to personally ruin us and the company so many have worked hard to build for over a decade, said Garlinghouse in an October 19th X post. The SEC's actions on Ripple began in December of 2020 when the commission filed a lawsuit against Garlinghouse, Larsen, and the company largely over sales of its XRP tokens, which the commission also claimed were securities. In July, a federal judge ruled that XRP was not a security when sold to retail investors. Thank you. It's unclear why the SEC chose to drop the charges after almost 3 years, because they're just getting their asses handed to them. They look like fools. With the trial scheduled to begin in April of 2024, Catherine Kirkpatrick, the chief legal officer of Cboe Digital, speculated that dropping a lawsuit against Garlinghouse and Larsen could suggest the SEC plans to appeal the court decision on XRP as a security, something she said would have had to wait until the conclusion of that trial. I doubt it. They might, but I doubt it. The SEC has other pending cases against high-profile figures in the crypto space, including former Celsius CEO Alex Mashinsky, as well as former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. I think what they're doing is they're backing it. Like, here's my idiot opinion, right? I think they're backing out a lot of this stuff that they know they potentially probably won't win, because I think a lot of light's going to be shed on their bullshit with this FTX trial. I think they're kind of going to just kind of hide in a corner and not say much. Mashinsky's criminal trial is scheduled to begin in September 2024, while Bankman-Fried's trial is expected to resume on October 26th. The commission has also filed civil lawsuit against crypto exchange Binance Coinbase. They're going to lose those two. Moving on, last but not least, Grayscale files for new spot Bitcoin ETF on New York Stock Exchange Arca. Grayscale Investments filed a new registration statement with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission after the Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit ruled the regulator must look again at the company's application. Major cryptocurrency investment firm Grayscale Investments has filed a new application with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission for a new spot Bitcoin ETF. On October 19th, Grayscale submitted an S3 form registration statement with the SEC intending to list the shares of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust on the New York Stock Exchange Arca under the ticket symbol GBTC. Guys, Grayscale is literally playing 4D chess with the SEC right now, and they're doing a good job, in my opinion. The new filing aligns with Grayscale's ongoing effort to convert its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF, according to a statement by Grayscale. We remain committed to working collaboratively and expeditiously with the SEC on behalf of GBTC's investors, the firm wrote in the announcement. The latest S3 registration statement is a shorter filing version of a typical Form S1 statement that targets the initial public offering of equity securities registered under the Securities Act. GBTC, however, is eligible to use Form S3, a shorter filing that incorporates by reference its SEC disclosures and reports because its shares have been registered under the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 since January of 2020. Excuse me. And it meets the other requirements of the form, Grayscale stated. The firm mentioned that Grayscale would be able to convert GBTC to an ETF and issue shares on a registered basis once NYSE Arca's 19B-4 application is approved, and the Form S3 must be declared effective by the SEC, the announcement added. Importantly, GBTC is ready to operate as an ETF upon receipt of these regulatory approvals. And on behalf of GBTC's investors, Grayscale looks forward to working collaboratively and expeditiously with the SEC on these matters. The news comes weeks after Grayscale won an SEC lawsuit for its spot Bitcoin ETF review with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, ordering the SEC to explain why it rejected Grayscale's application in June of 2023. The company also filed the SEC to list an ETH futures ETF in September. Here we go, guys. Grayscale is one of the several companies seeking the SEC's approval to launch its spot Bitcoin ETF, including companies like ARK Investment, BlackRock, Fidelity, and others. We know this. According to Bloomberg intelligence analyst James S., BlackRock filed an update Bitcoin ETF prospectus on October 19th as well. The filing is likely their response to the SEC's comments like we've seen from ARC, Fidelity, and others. He said, adding that it brings more confirmation that issuers are in talks with the SEC. Guys, that is it. This is all bullish. Let's look at Bitcoin. We're holding just under 30K. Let's break that, man. Let's go. Let's go. Like I said, keep your guys' eye on that 7-minute. Yep, we already got that bounce. Bounce and probably another scalp right there. Quick ways to make some quick cash, guys, if that's something you're doing. All right. Again, that is all I have for you guys this Friday morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please by all means subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I do post videos. Watch the videos, share the videos on all your social platforms, and above all, if there's anything you can do to help grow the channel and spread adoption of crypto throughout the world, like the videos. It's the smallest thing and does the most. I'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning. I'm out of here.